Navy Vet 76 with my Dresa again. I have a CZ70 and it was having failure to feed problems, and I bought a spring set for it. And one of the things that came in the set was a multiple of magazine springs. And as you know, the CZ70 is 32 ACP, and so is the Dresa, 7.65, same thing. 32 Browning. So this magazine, which is the original magazine to the Dresa, I was having issues with it feeding. Now, I took one of the extra magazine springs from the CZ70 and I put them in this magazine. So I want to see now if I'm going to have failure to feed issues with the original magazine now that has a new spring in it. Now I do have some reproduction magazines. I've got this one, and I also have an extended mag. I think I brought it. And here's an extended mag. You can get them off of eBay and also Gunbroker. So, geez, I think I have 5 in there. 6, 7. There's 7. Get 8. Come on, get in there. I left my magazine loader at home, so I'm trying to do this by hand. And it's really a tight spring. I don't know that I can get 8 in there now, but I do have 7. So now the Dresa mag's in there. Because of the close proximity of the camera to me, I can't actually get out any further. I can try to zoom it, but it's not working. So, oh man, this is hard gun to cock. Okay, now I want to try the replacement spring. I already have a replacement recoil spring. I believe that was all of them. That was all of them. Empty magazine. So the replacement spring works. Then that's a CZ70 spring. However, I can only get 7 rounds in here. Imagine if I were to cut the spring down a little bit, I could go to 8. But that experiment worked. So now I've got this CZ70. Now I've got this Dresa functioning like it's supposed to. And all I did was replace the recoil spring and get a magazine spring from the CZ70, and it worked. However, I knew it worked with the reproduction mags, but I always like to put the original mags back in when I can and use those. So that worked. That's cool. I think I did the same thing. I did. I replaced the spring in this one as well. This is my Ruby. As you know, I had one issue after another with this Ruby, and finally got it to function pretty well. It does. It has a new spring in it. I also found a Ruby magazine with the same manufacturer code on it. It says AA there. Let me turn it around. And the manufacturer code is back here, and I doubt I can get that to focus. It's just too dark. But you'll see right here in the oval, it's a double A. And one of the things that I've read about these is it behooves you to get the same magazine that was made by the manufacturer of the pistol. Now, I had another mag when I got this, because this mag didn't come with it, and it just wouldn't feed. And I messed with the feed lips. I did all kinds of things and couldn't get it to work. But there's nothing really new on the Ruby. I've been trying some reloads on this, and they do okay in the Ruby. My CZ's a little fussy with the reloads. So if I want a true function test with these, I know I can trust the factory loads to be a good way to test the function, because I can't guarantee that my reloads are actually going to work, because I'm fairly new to reloading pistols. I've been at it for a few months now, and I'm still learning. So if I have any issues or questions, I always go back to the factory loads to try it. That's everything that'll go in there. So what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 9 rounds in there. So this is a 9-round mag. I'll shoot them after the break. You know about this Ruby? It's been a fun little project, this Ruby has been. Completely empty. Works great. New recoil spring, new magazine spring, some internal issues. It works great. Now my Beretta, this little pistol, this thing will shoot pretty much anything I put in it. It's also 32 ACP. It shoots my reloads no problem. I think that some guns are just fussy. Okay, now there we go. This one, this is my was my carry weapon, and I got this one from Classic when they had a big shipment of these come in, and it is probably the most accurate pistol I own. I used to have a Glock, and this little Beretta, as far as accuracy, will shoot circles around the Glock. Oh man, I wish I'd have brought my magazine loader. It's just a real pain to try and get these in there. You're fighting that magazine spring, and it's really difficult. I thought I had it in here. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if he's in there, but these are my reloads. And you'll see the Beretta. Oh, look at that. Made a liar out of me already. And so sometimes the reloads don't want to feed. This is the first one to do that. right. Try that again. Magazine's in. And there it does it again. Yeah. So now I made a big fat liar out of me. Oh, it's in there now. Maybe the next ones will feed. Nope. Could be this magazine too. See that? Let me switch mags. That one pushed the bullet back. We don't want that. Take that one out. That one's no good. That's no good. Alright. I'm going to switch magazines. I do have 2 magazines for the Beretta, because these are wanting to take a nosedive inside the magazine. Yeah, that's weird. They're not cocking up. So I'm going to try the other magazine. See, there are 2 different followers here. This one is different than that one. Now I know this thing will work with factory ammo. You know what? I didn't really notice before that these 2 mags had different followers in them. And now I gotta fight the spring. There we go. All right. Yeah, that loaded just fine. So, the Beretta, like I said, it'll shoot my reloads just fine. Now I've got a magazine issue, so I got a problem with this mag. Other than that, my reloads work just fine in the Beretta. That is one fun little pistol. Let's try reloads in the Dresa. It's got the new mag spring in it. It's the original magazine. There's no way to tell if this mag was always with this firearm, but I can tell you it's not a reproduction. There's 7. I know I can't get 8. Yeah, I can't get 8 in there. I can get 7. Okay. And it took the first one. I am recording, all right? Yes, I'm recording. So All right. Completely empty. So that's weird, huh? Some of my firearms are just fussy about reloads and others aren't. And I'm thinking it's possibly, in this case, in the case of the Beretta, it was the follower in the other magazine. And in the case of the Dresa, oh boy, gotta be careful there. Evidently it was a magazine spring. Oh, that's interesting. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun figuring this stuff out. So I'm gonna try and find me another Beretta magazine that has this metal follower because it seems to work better. Let's shoot some reloads in the Ruby. I think the Ruby was a little more finicky about the reloads. You know, one thing about the Dresa, it doesn't have a latch to hold the slide back on the latch so that it'll hold open like this one does, and like the Beretta has a little lever or a latch to hold it open. The Dresa does not have that. The Dresa, in my opinion, can be a dangerous pistol. If you're not careful, I think you could easily hurt yourself. One of the reasons is, see, one of the reasons is this cocks up. The whole thing cocks up. I just flip this lever, and this whole thing will cock up. It's kind of hard to do. There's no really easy way to do it. Okay, it might help if you there. Okay. Now, if you do that and it is cocked, it will immediately release the firing pin and fire around if it's in the chamber. So if you got a jam or something, you don't want to try and raise that up to fix it because it could go off. This gun is dangerous, and you've seen how I had to pull that chamber flag out of there. It takes 3 hands sometimes to do that, and that recoil spring, this new recoil spring, can make this hard to cock, and I'm having to go up here at the muzzle to cock this firearm. So there's a lot of things here that potentially could be very dangerous to your health. And you got to be very careful with this one at all times. Now I've got the Ruby loaded. One of the things about the Ruby that is difficult is there's a spring right in here, and it operates the hammer, and it works on this latch. So when the hammer is cocked, that spring is under tension, and it can be difficult to see. Look at there. Now it's cocked, and I can't get that round. Okay, let's try it again. Yeah, the round wants to push down and not up. All right, so this is where the pain in the ass is. You got to force that back with that spring under tension to get that out of there. Well, this one doesn't want to feed that round. Let me try knocking that one out and see if it'll feed the next one. It's hung up on something. I don't know what it's hung up on. It's caught on something. It's caught on the case below it. I've never had that issue before. It's almost like it's got rim lock. That's weird. I got it out. I don't know what was happening there. It was hung up on the bullet under it. Okay. New springs, reload testing, Ruby. And we got a hang up. And it's in. And that's it. This one doesn't have a hold back on the last round. So you want to verify that that's empty. Chamber is clear. So one hang up, but it's shooting my reload. So that's cool. What I'm trying to do here is get rid of my reloads so I can start over. And I know the Smith and Wesson. I know the Beretta shooting, but I didn't realize that follower on that one magazine was a problem until today. I'm going to shoot the Dresa again. So, loading up some more reloads for the Dresa. So there's a way to get your magazine springs. I guess they don't actually have to be made for a particular 32 ACP mag, as long as the mag length is, that's all I can get in there, is close to, okay, that one doesn't want to go. See, and this is where the issues lie. Now I've got to didn't want to feed that one. I don't know why. Try it again. The bullet's tipping down in the magazine. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's doing the same thing it was doing with the other pistol. It's catching on that bullet on the bottom. Okay, well, it just flipped it right out. I got to pick that up. So I don't know what the deal is with that. They're acting like they got rim lock. So I'm gonna try and chamber that one. I can't. Yeah, I can. I can put it in another magazine. Okay, it's chambered. Yeah, it's acting like rim lock. That's weird. So, reloads with the Dresa. And that one's completely jacked. That one didn't feed. There it is. And another one. Well, Grace doesn't like the reload. Well, that's interesting, because we know it works with the stock ammo. However, let's put these two that didn't fire with the original magazine in a reproduction magazine and see what happens. It worked just fine. That's one thing we didn't do. So we're going to load some reloads in the reproduction magazine for the Draca. Let's see if we have the same feeding issue.
1 minute to be expired. 1 minute.
As we did with the original mag. Looks like I'm the only one here. Why is he calling for a ceasefire? Oh well. Okay. All right. After the break. Okay. Let's try some more with the new mag. The new mag works just great. So my reloads aren't that bad. It's evidently my pistols are finicky. Yeah, and I'm looking for brass and not finding everything I shot. Yeah, some of it went that way. And it's not like I can't buy more brass. But I wanted to bring the Draca out again today and try the magazine with my reloads, the replacement spring, and I'm going to do it again with the original mag with the replacement springs. I saw this Draca and I thought, man, that is an interesting looking pistol. And I watched some videos on it. Did some horse trading for it. I like the antique stuff. Well, that one fired, but it didn't reset it's stuck. Okay. And the bullet is stuck in the chamber. Okay. So that's interesting. I'm trying to hold that open and see if I can. No, I'm going to have to knock that out. So the case on that one must have had a bulge in it. That's the problem with my reloads is I need to size these cases better. And so now I got to try and knock that out.
See how time's running, but I may not.
All right. Yeah, I'd say that one's junk.
Yeah.
Say that one's bulged a little and jacked up.
Apparently that's a load it don't like. That's the feed ramp.
Yeah.
Too much powder.
Damned if you do and damned if you don't. You're getting.
I know. It don't take much to
No.
go overboard with
No.
32.
Ceasefire, make fire like that. Guns down on the table, magazines out, actions open, flags installed, and now. And put up your target. All right, shooters, move forward, folks, start shooting.
Well, I got the thing apart and got the stuck case out. It was in pretty bad shape. Some of these cases are not in the best, and this one, when it went to feed, it ruined the lip on the case, so this one's no good. This Grace is an interesting little pistol, the way it comes apart. First thing you want to do is make sure it's not cocked, and then you slide this back, and then it will pop open. It's supposed to. It's kind of hard. And then it pops open. Slide that back. I don't know how much recorded the camera. I don't know if it stopped or what. And then you push on that back. Okay, let me get to where you can see this better. So you push on this. Here, that cocks up. This comes out like that. That's your bushing. This top piece slides out. And then if you got a jam, there you go. But you want to make sure it's decocked before you go this far. So you put that back in there. One thing you want to be careful of is you don't lose the freaking bushing when you're pushing this back in. Especially out here where you probably never find it again. And then it goes forward like that. And it's back together. And that's what I had to do because I had to drive that case out of the chamber. So we got a couple of bad cases here. And there we go, another one. So you can kind of hold this open. Drop that case out. Then they're jacked up. So yeah, these reloads aren't gonna function in my Grace. I think these are the ones that I had the case issues with because that's what it looks like. But I think the Beretta will shoot them. think I can just drop it in the Beretta and it'll shoot it. Yeah, see, the Beretta is a little more forgiving. And that's the reason I brought the Beretta today, because I wanted to get rid of these reloads because they're not right. The cases aren't right. I think they need some work. So I was going to shoot all of my reloads today and try out the new springs and the new magazine spring on my Graca. And shoot the Beretta. I haven't shot the Beretta in a while. And I wanted to reload because factory ammo is not cheap. But I haven't quite perfected the process yet. Okay, that's all I'm going to get in there. Now let's see if the Beretta is a little more forgiving with my crappy reloads. Had one hang fire. I don't think you call it a hang fire. Failure to eject. And come on. A couple of them, the cases are too deformed. They don't want. That one's fed. Didn't recock the hammer. So yeah, these reloads are the cases just aren't sized correctly. So I'm gonna pick up some brass. I got one in the chamber here. Some of my brass I'm losing out there, but that's okay. I got plenty. So
1 minute, fire, 1 minute.
So some of them, the cases aren't right. And I need to figure out how to resolve that issue. We got a minute. I won't be able to get the next round off. I'm just trying to get rid of this ammo so I can start over. I'll get it figured out. I was hoping a one-size-fits-all approach would work. I mean, it does with the factory stuff, so it isn't a. It's got to be something with my reloads, obviously. Some of these I'm loading one at a time. Just so I can get rid of them. I had a few of the cases I could see that were obviously bad. I got one more here. Drop that in my Beretta. Look at that. The case is crap. And I got one magazine, one mag left. One of these 32 reloads. Already. see some feeding issues. Again, looks like there's not enough powder in there. And that's all my reload. Clear. Okay. So in my assessment, my issue is case size. Need to work on my sizing die, and I need to measure the cases and see that we're consistent in reloading. The Beretta is the most forgiving of all of my pistols, so I knew I could get away with shooting most all of the reload in the Beretta. That's everything in reload. It's interesting that I don't have that bullet in any of the cases on these after they've been fired. I had one I think might have been slightly out of battery and fired. But all of these, now that one you can see from this, you can see a little creases in the case right here. Yeah. Back to the drawing board. Okay. Factory ammo. Troublesome. That's 7 shots. Functions flawlessly. Factory ammo. Ruby. That's the last one. Clear. Ow. Clear. That's all I got. I think it works just fine. All my pistols are working. All the springs replacements work. So it's not a matter of the function of the pistol, it's a matter of my reload needing some work. That was cool. Just had it go full auto on me. Thought we had that problem fixed. Interesting. That's what I've been shooting at. My 32s today. Just testing ammo.